Welcome to Mama T Energy. I'm Tiara, aka Mama T, and I invite you on a journey to loving your life through stories, channeled messages, and energy work. I love life, and it is my mission to guide you and millions like us to discovering our passion for life. Let's open our hearts and dive in. Amazing. Hello. Welcome to Mama T Energy. It's been a minute, and I want to acknowledge that because I think it's very important for us to know when to flow, when to go, when to hit record, and come from a place of truth and love and from the heart rather than a place of, well, I'm supposed to release this many podcasts a week, this much content every day, so on and so forth, right? Um, as a generator in human design, I know that I can go. I can show up, I can do the things and be in the space and create from a place where I'm just spinning the wheels. I'm just showing up and doing the tasks, but there's no energy and no love, no frequency behind it. So I'm here because it just felt right. It's been a minute. I haven't recorded. I've even acknowledged multiple times where I'm like, man, I haven't recorded an episode in a while. And I've even posted like, hey, like I've pulled old episodes, like this is relevant for today and this was relevant for now. I don't need to record anything new because it's already out there. It's already in the space. But I found myself in the shower just like inspired and like talking, and I was like, here it is, here's the moment, let's go, let's hit record, because I know that that's when my best wisdom comes forward. And today's inspiration is from a dear friend of mine, Jennifer Kahn, who is an extraordinary medium and coach. And the post was something simple. Every outcome you're experiencing has energetic ingredients. If you can identify the formula, you can change the recipe. If you can change the recipe, you can change your life. So, if you've been following me for any amount of time, hello, hi. If you have not, I'm Tiara, aka Mama T, and one of the things that I've been sharing lately is that I've been working with my sourdough, aka Satdoro for any of my Jujutsu Kaisen anime lovers. I love a good pun, so that is his name. But in that, I've been baking, so I've been learning. I've been learning about how to manipulate the recipe, how to shift and change things, because my apartment is not the same climate and temperature as the places that other people are using to create their recipes, and therefore I have to proof a lot longer. It's a lot colder. It's a lot drier. All of these things. So I'm learning, and I am shifting and I'm changing in these things. And what really came forward to me, as I was talking about in the beginning of like, oh, I would hit the record button because I knew I needed to record a weekly or bi-weekly. I was doing 2 episodes a week at one point, and so I would just hit the record button because I knew that this is a strategy and this is how you show up and this is what you do. And that was the energy that I was working with. Those were the ingredients. The ingredients were, I have to do this in order to do this. I am working with shame. I am working with I hope to. I am working with Jesus take the wheel energy. I'm working with all of these frequencies, when really the energy required to receive the outcome I desire is one of self-love, one of confidence, one of faith, one of trust. And I've talked about these and I've used these words so many times in so many different episodes. And while there is truth in everything that I've put out in previous spaces, I also know that when I showed up, it wasn't fully there. It wasn't fully landed. I knew what I knew, but my experience kept pulling my frequency back into, but this is what I'm experiencing. This is the outcome. So I'm going to continue to perpetuate that cycle. And I want to help you to end the cycle right here, right now, to hold yourself accountable, to take radical self responsibility. Yeah. I feel called to mention the portal. The portal is a sacred container that I've recently opened, in which this is the truth. We get to work on it moment to moment. Because what I found is, for me, I am really great at showing up and saying the thing and doing the thing when the camera is on, when all of the things are happening, and I need to show up right here, right now. When life is like hitting rock bottom and I need to make things happen, I'm really good at showing up in that energy, in that frequency for that moment. But what about on the times when I'm not on the call? I'm not doing the things, when I'm just sitting watching anime on my couch. Where is my frequency then? When am I checking back into then? When I'm scrolling social media and I'm looking at, oh my gosh, I thought this post was phenomenal, but it's got 2 views on it and no one's liked or commented or shared or saved or whatever. Where am I then? And so the portal is for you when you have similar moments. It's like you're showing up, you're showing out, you're doing the thing, but the behind the scenes moments. Because I have found, when I got into masterminds, the mastermind sitting in the room, and I'm listening to other people share and talk, and I'm like, cool, yeah, I feel like I've moved past that. I feel like that I have nothing to say, I have nothing to ask. Everything that's coming from the mentor, the coach, resonates and it makes sense, and I'm like, yeah, I get it, I got it. I'm just not experiencing what I want to experience, and that's why I'm in this room. And also, when I'm not in that space, that's when I'm missing and I'm not having awareness of the distortion that's showing up for me, right? Because I already, I'm listening, and I know that to be truth, but I'm not living in that truth. Because when I am, making my dough, when I am, hanging out with other people, and those people are telling the truths of their lives and the distortion in their lives and all of the things that aren't going right for them, and then we're both we're all spiraling, and they're like, well, of course, we can't find the man, and we can't do this, and we're all spiraling together, because that's just living life. Everything has become like a performance rather than an actual being. And so the portal is where we get to stay devoted to what we're actually doing, so that it's no longer a performance, but it's actually the embodiment. So when we notice, we can catch ourselves like, hey, I'm scrolling social media right now, and this is what I'm seeing to be my truth, but I know that this is what the truth actually is, and there is disconnect. Support me in this moment. That's why we come to the portal. That's where that magic and that medicine is, because I get to share with you, hey, yes, celebrating you witnessing this about yourself, and here's how we're going to navigate it. Here's how we're going to continue to move. Here's how we're going to continue to show up. Here's how we remember who the fuck we are and bring back that power. Yes? So I invite you to step into that space right here, right now. Shoot me a DM and we'll get you there. And so there's just this magic within me that's moving, and maybe it's the new moon. We have the new moon in Taurus right now in terms of Vedic astrology, and I've been diving into my personal Vedic astrology chart, so I'm understanding where my power lies, where there are moments that are going to drop down. So I recognize that money is supposed to be, it's literally written in the stars that it's supposed to be something that fluctuates and moves in a way that may bring me frustration. And so now I have this awareness, and now I can bring myself back into, okay, well, I noticed that I'm feeling frustrated. All right, not bypass it, acknowledge it. I acknowledge I'm frustrated. Where is this frustration coming from? Okay, and do I need to hold on to this frustration? No. Do I need to step more into faith? Yes. 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 I'm seeing it. I'm in this. It's the most beautiful transitional space right now, and beautiful and terrifying at the same time. I'm like, yeah, my life looks pretty much the way I want it to look. Everything feels so good. I have space to travel. I have opportunities to talk to people. I have space in my calendar to bring in new clients. I have all of this freedom. But on the flip side, it's but my bank account,
wants more money. I want more money. I want to feel free enough to do something with this time, do something with this space, show up with this space, give more of my medicine. I want to do something with this time freedom that actually resonates with me. So I have this. But on the other side, I'm like, but also next month bills are coming, and where am I going to pull the money from? And so my human is very much like, we need to figure this out. We need to control the outcome here. We need to make things happen. And so we're back into this other pattern of, okay, well, the only way that I know, the only way that I'm super comfortable with is having a job, is having exchanging my time for money on a way that somebody else decides. Right? This is what I'm familiar with. This is what I'm comfortable with. And I'm in the middle of like this interviewing process, right? And I'm like, all right, well, I think it went good. I know that I'm great at whatever it is that I'm applying to do. I know, and I'm just waiting for somebody to just say, here's the offer. So I'm over here waiting for the offer, and I'm also over here waiting for the client. So who's going to show up first? That's where it is. And it's like, oh, I have to show up first. I'm showing up first. I know that this is an opportunity, but I also know it is a backslide, and there's nothing wrong with the backslide. I know that when I step into this role, that I am going to step in at a level that I have never shown up for in a full-time role ever before. But I also know just that one client, that big major client, the second I get this person, yes, like I also know that I get to meet myself at the highest level. I get to do this, and right? And so it's like these two different versions of self. This one's the more comfortable version. This one's the like, okay, I can explain what I'm doing. I can show up at Thanksgiving and know blah, 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 blah. And I have an idea of what my life is going to look like. And I can plan my life around my PTO and blah, 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 blah. I know this version of me. She's pretty badass and awesome. But this version of me, this is the version of me that I've actually been calling in and wanting for 10 plus years. This is the version of me that is being asked by the divine to like fully claim and own. This is the version of me that I am. I am her. I am just waiting for God to give me the blessings, right? Show up, bring forward that client, right? And it's not just one client. There are multiple clients, right? There's also that fear. Okay, well, what if, well, when that 10-figure, ooh, okay, 10-figure, I like it, $10,000 client comes in, what happens if they don't renew? What happens? What $10,000 a month in downtown LA is not going to, or a $10,000 contract is not going to pay my bills for the rest of the year in downtown LA. I like $10,000 a month as well, but that's not. I'm here for it. I'm open to it. And I love all of these. Not saying quite what I meant as I'm saying it, but I love that channeling coming through. Hello. Who am I being? Who are you being in these moments? Where are you showing up and showing out? Where are you not meeting yourself? What ingredients are you working with? What cake are you trying to bake? Are you baking a cake, but you really want a sourdough loaf? What are you doing? What are you doing? Right? Are we picking the comfy and cozy? Are we picking the extraordinary? Yeah. I love it. I love that I have the background is also like this dual patterning here thing because, you know, I picked this background for years. Maybe, yeah, for a while, maybe a couple of years. It doesn't matter. Timing doesn't matter. God doesn't care about the timing either. So here we are. But I love this moment I'm having right now that is like years in the making. Years in the making to come to this moment of like, this is a perfect example. We have something a little wild and kooky and magical over here. We have something that is soft and luxurious and wise over here. Both are fun. Both are beautiful. Both are an experience. And we get to merge both. We get to experience both. We get to create both when we decide to do so. Right? So maybe you are a business owner and you're looking to cultivate a lifestyle for yourself, but you're in that in between space. Okay, for working in the realm of comfort and opportunity and creating a baseline, maybe it's not a full-time job. Maybe it's finding a space where you can get 20, 15, whatever it is that you need to kind of create that baseline that helps you feel safe while you're building this over here, while you're waiting for that, just that one client, just that one offer to get someone in, so you can feel that movement moving ahead. Maybe it is this like opportunity to create some testimonial for yourself, create some evidence for yourself so that you can still stay behind it. But I also want to bring forward, your knowing gets to come before the evidence. You get to like be in your power before the evidence shows up. We were having a conversation in another mastermind that I'm a part of where someone was reflecting on how they know that what they're bringing forward is phenomenal, even though they haven't received that first $1 million yet. And that they are also creating an opportunity for people to step into their space so that they can create that evidence, so that they can have something to talk about when they come up on social media. And what I'm noticing is, so often people's social media strategy is based on evidence to prove themselves, to prove that their magic, their wisdom is worth it, right? You know, someone's like, I'm a money coach and I've made $5 million in the past year, so obviously I can tell you about my money. It's a lot easier to say yes to like, okay, I want to make more money and I'm looking at someone who's made money, and so I want to do whatever that person is doing to make money. Right? We do this so often. We do this so often where we look to hire someone who has what we desire. You know, you're looking for a relationship and you find a relationship coach and they're posting them with their partner and it's so beautiful and sensual and loving. And you're like, that's what I want. What are they doing? Or maybe you're like, I want the Meg the Stallion, like curved body. What's her workout plan? Is she on Ozempic? What is she doing to get the body that we want? We see all these things and then they share their process. Using the Meg the Stallion example, okay, this is their workout plan. This is their nutrition plan. And you're like, oh shit, that looks strict. I mean, I've looked at it. It looks strict as fuck. You know, girl ain't playing around. There is no wiggle room, because you know what? That costume, that outfit, when she gets on stage is seen by millions. She ain't got space for that. Yeah, she ain't got time. She ain't got time to play around. Yeah, I'm sure there's cheat days and whatever built into her schedule. And yeah, she's got a dietitian and a nutritionist and a personal trainer and da-da-da-da. And we say, well, she's got time and she got money to pay for all these things. Yeah, she does. It might make it like the framework might be a little bit easier. The structure might be a little bit easier because she has people holding her accountable and all these other things. And she's built a life around this opportunity, this possibility to create the body that she needs. But also that takes work. That takes work to create the space, to have the space, to have the structure to work within, to make it easier for yourself, right? People talk about meal planning. People talk about all of these things. You know, the normal, like everyday people, like, well, I use my Sundays to to put all these foods together so I can do it. But guess what? I know for myself, I've meal planned by Friday. I'm sick of whatever I planned on Sunday. If I'm eating the same exact thing over and over and over again, yeah, you can work around it and create different ways and There, you create the structure that works for you, is what I found. Create the structure that is easy for you to work within, so you can hold yourself accountable, so you can stay devoted to whatever it is. The portal is a great way to step into that energetic structure, so that you can show up and receive transmissions in the moment to stay on that pathway. I can feel myself tingling. So much goodness coming through. This is powerful. This is the work. The work is finding your ingredients, finding your recipe, finding what it is that works for you to show up in. I know for me, I had spent so many times going through different coaches, looking through different coaches, because I'm like, well, maybe their strategy is going to work for me. Maybe their process is going to work for me. And then creating stories around, well, of course, that person's a millionaire. They have 100,000 followers. However, whatever it is that I didn't have, I'd find a reason for them to be able, their reason for success is because they have something that I don't. And at the end of the day, it wasn't about how many followers that they have. It isn't about, having a husband to support them. It isn't about, what else have I said? It isn't about them being prettier than me. So of course people are liking and following and doing whatever because they got that sexy body that I do not have. It isn't about any of that shit. It's about who they're being when they show up, as well as who they're being when they're off the camera. So who are you going to be? In alignment with whatever it is that you're desiring. Are you desiring more health? Are you desiring more wealth? Are you desiring more love? Are you desiring more freedom? Are you desiring more travel? Who are you being? What excuses are you making to not have it? What story are you telling yourself to make you feel better about not having it? Because this is what we're going to get rid of inside the portal. This is what we're going to get rid of inside our one-on-one coaching calls. This is what we get rid of inside of the compass. Whichever way you want to go. We've got opportunity for you to stay devoted to who you want to be. Maybe you're like, I got this. I just sometimes need moments of like clarity to see myself fully. Let's do a clarity coaching call. Let's get laser focused. What's the current distortion in your life so you can go on and do your thing and keep it moving. Maybe it's like, all right, I've got an opportunity. I have something that I want to create and it's going to take some time to do it. And honestly, I don't want to hear anybody else's situation and whatever. I need to focus on me. I'm ready. Let's go. The compass. 3 or 6 month container. We're going to go deep. We're going to meet up. We're going to talk about the things. Maybe we meet up in person. Maybe we meet up over Zoom, depending on where you are located. You also have opportunity to connect with me in the moment over Telegram. Hey, I'm navigating. We talked about this on Wednesday. It is now Saturday, and I'm navigating this, that, and the other. How do I stay the Wednesday version of me right here, right now? Now that life is lifing, what do I need to do? All right, let's go. We got this. Let me show you. All right. Or maybe it's like, okay, cool. I love the compass, but it's not in my wheelhouse right now. But I'm ready to move. All right, let's do the portal. Let's do the portal. You get to learn from you. You get to learn from others. And we get to move. We get to shake. We get to do the thing. Okay? And we get to create boundaries. All right? I love it. So let's do it. Let's show up for ourselves. And I will see you where I see you next.